Hello everybody, welcome to another video review of Seinfeld. So basically we're going over season 4 and this was filmed during 1992 to 1993. I gave this a rating of 3 out of 5 and viewed it in July 21st. Many episodes are funny or well done with plenty of memorable lines and moments. Some are legendary, but not the contest to me. However, it gets really boring during the final third of the seasons. Just about all of these episodes, especially the finale, are terrible, an indication that the writers have run out of interesting material. Ironically, Jerry sucks. Jerry Seinfeld's stand-up is old and stale, and it should be altogether eliminated. George is really annoying, and he complains a lot, and he thinks he knows everything. I don't know why Jerry puts up with him. What are the odds of them meeting beautiful women more often than not? And what is the total number of sex partners each of the 4 characters have had in their life? Increasingly, I've noticed the prevalence of product placements. So everybody's trying to make some extra money on the side. Here's my analysis for some of the following episodes. The Pitch, The Ticket. It's a well-done episode that captures what Seinfeld is all about in a nutshell. The line about Neville Chamberlain is great because that's exactly what he did, setting off World War II. Another is when Jerry tells a telemarketer off about how he feels people like him calling him at home for a sales pitch. Susan should have wished that she never consented to a date with George because he is the single reason for so many terrible things that have happened to her. The Wallet was one of the worst episodes in Seinfeld history. Jerry's parents, especially his father, are grating and difficult to bear. And George is too much to stand either. He is just a loser. The Bubble Boy. It's a memorable episode for the Moore's Mopes misprint during a game of Trivial Pursuit. Also more memorable is when Jerry is handed a piece of napkin and wipes his mouth with it when he's listening to a sob story. It is the best possible description of who Jerry is. However, I don't think it's funny when the log cabin burned down. The Contest. This is the most overrated episode of all time. You know, I started watching Seinfeld when I was in middle school, and I was rudely introduced to the topic of masturbation. I never had a concept of it, and at that time, nor understood it for years. And as I began watching the seasons in progression, I realized how sex had started to dominate the topics of conversation. That's why I couldn't see why there must be sex constantly in Seinfeld in order for it to be funny. The parking garage didn't need sex to be funny. Neither did the limo, nor the Chinese restaurant. That's the trouble with comedy nowadays, because there's too much focus on sex. I was in a complete agreement with Marla about how disgusting Jerry and his friends were. Really, she hit the right note. By the way, John Kennedy Jr. was very overrated political figure and had accomplished nothing of significance. Even putting the F between his first and last names were going too far. The Airport. So much better than the previous episode. The shot of Kramer running alongside the moving airplane is too funny. The treatment of the passengers as first class and second class reminds me of Titanic. The Pick. The reference to the Elephant Man is funny. The Implant. 2 famous quotes are said by Michael Richards and Terry Hatcher in this funny double dip episode. Kramer may have the best line ever when he says, "It's like a sauna in here." That will always be forever linked to being in a sauna because it's hard to resist not saying or thinking of it. Terry, who plays Sidra, has a memorable one when she says, "They're real and they're spectacular." The Double Dip episode is legendary as well. The pilot. What difference does it make whether or not the fake Kramer stole a box of raisins? Anyway, the pilot is terrible, and so is the season finale. Often, Seinfeld has been called a show about nothing, when in fact it is a show about shallowness, selfishness, and self-obsession. Thank you so much for joining me in this review of Seinfeld. Please join us for more videos or video reviews over Seinfeld and other movies. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.